TGIF, everybody! It is Friday, and we are celebrating 100 backers on Kickstarter. Oh, all right then. Nice one. Wasn't expecting that. 100. So today I'm going to read to you Sebastian Creates a Sock Company. Da, 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 da. I think you're going to like this one. This was the first one that I wrote and Lee illustrated in this series. And, by the way, if you haven't seen the whole series on Kickstarter yet, we have Sebastian Creates a Sock Company, Jason Saves the Environment with Entrepreneurship, Rachel Turns Her Passion into a Business, and Gabby Invents the Perfect Hair Bow. And we started a Kickstarter campaign about a week ago. We've raised 40% of our fundraising goal for these 4 books to be produced in the Entrepreneur Kid book series. So you can find us on Kickstarter. Back us if you like this project. And hello, Jessica. Yay! Thank you for joining and thank you for liking. Today, I'm reading Sebastian Creates a Sock Company to celebrate our awesome milestone of 100 backers. And we actually have 103, so that's what we're up to now. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Dan. Thanks for coming. So, if you want to hear this story, this is actually a pretty cute story, if I do say so myself. And I will get started. If you have questions, ask them in the comments, and I will answer them either throughout, if it's relevant, or at the very end. So, without further ado, let's read Sebastian Creates a Sock Company. Oh, yay! Thanks, Jessica. Oh, by the way, we have already read Jason Saves the Environment with Entrepreneurship, and Rachel Turns Her Passion into a Business. So if you go back in my feed, if you want to see those, you can see them. But also, I'm delayed on sending out the early reader drafts. So I know that at least Jessica is an early reader. So those will be sent out this weekend. So if you're an early reader or you want to be, I'm sending those out this weekend. Without further ado, let's read Sebastian Creates a Sock Company. And for those of you who don't know, this is called a dummy book. So I just took the cover off, and we're going to read it that way. All right. Sebastian Creates a Sock Company by Erica Swallow, pictures by Lee Tsung. Sebastian Martinez had the most colorful, crazy sock collection of anyone around. Polka dots, stripes, zigzags, and swirly swoops. He had every kind of sock you could imagine. In the back there, you can see his brother saying, "That's my little brother. He loves socks." Oh, yay! Hello, Sophia and Henry. I'm glad you're watching. Thanks for coming to our read aloud. All right. So he obviously loves socks here. Growing up, Sebastian wore his wacky socks everywhere. To school, to the pool, and even to basketball practice, where all the other kids wore boring black socks. Everywhere he went, Sebastian was known as the Sock Kid. And remember, Sebastian is a real kid. When he was in preschool, he was known as the Sock Kid. I wonder if anybody out there loves socks as much as Sebastian. One day at school, Sebastian got called to the principal's office. Uh-oh. "You can't wear wacky socks anymore," the principal said, waving her finger. "It's against the uniform policy." Whoa. Oh, and Lee, the illustrator, is in the comments there, so you can say hello to her if you want. As you can see, the uniform policy is there. It doesn't have wacky socks in it. Sebastian didn't know how to react. He loved his socks so much and couldn't imagine a day without them. "My mom loves socks too," she says. I see her down there. That's my mom, Sherry. Back at home, Sebastian's family made him feel really special for the day. So this is his real family. You can see his mom says, "Pancakes, your favorite." And Dad said, "King for the day." And his brother says, "Let's shoot some hoops after dinner." Sebastian felt better knowing his family was there to cheer him up. But Sebastian couldn't wear his fun socks to school anymore. But he kept them in his backpack so he could put them on as soon as class ended. He was a clever kid. Seeing how much Sebastian loved his socks, his mom had an idea. "You love socks so much," she said. Why don't you design your own? See, she's kind of got something going on here. She's got some ideas. Do you think he's going to do it? We'll see. Oh, what a great idea, Sebastian shouted, running to the kitchen table with paper and markers in hand. Yes, yes, yes. He started drawing all the socks he had ever dreamed of. Happy socks, sad socks, funny socks, and mad socks. He drew them all. Like his little puppy, he's even covered in all those socks drawings. After hours of drawing, Sebastian presented his favorite picture. Can you put a hole in it so I can wear it? He asked. His mom laughed. Nice sock, but we're going to have to use different supplies if you want to create a real sock that you can wear. Let's see, what has she got down there? She's got scissors, she's got some material, some needles and thread. Sebastian's mom was determined to help her son's dream become a reality. She called friends everywhere until one day she found a factory that could help turn Sebastian's drawings into real socks. They sent many designs to the factory, and after a long wait, real socks arrived by mail. Look at those. The boys are really excited. Is there anything you'd change about this sock before the factory makes more? Sebastian's dad asked. This sock is awesomely, amazingly, stupendously perfect, Sebastian shouted, hugging it. I think more people would love to have socks like these. And that is how Sebastian's Sock Company was born. There's more to the story, though. Sebastian's older brother, Brandon, started helping out. As the months went by, the boys sent many more sock patterns to the factory. One day, a mountain of boxes arrived. Can you imagine having that many boxes at your house? That's actually what happened. Dad says, how many boxes do you think we have? Mom is completely surprised. And Sebastian says, at least 104. Brandon says, holy moly, we could build a castle. And these are actually quotes that I got from our interviews for those who are insiders like you all reading it now. Sebastian and Brandon set up a booth at a local shoe store to see if anyone really wanted to buy their socks. The store manager happily gave them a table right by the door. Not bad. I like their getup too. Sometimes it seemed like customers couldn't see the boys when they walked in, so they had to work the room. Brandon was especially good at talking with customers. His family started calling him the director of sales because he sold so many socks. I'm the DOS, Brandon declared. We have youngest CEO Sebastian over here. Later that night, Sebastian dreamed about his new business. He had never seen other kids run businesses. Was he the youngest CEO in the world? At this point in time, he was 6 years old. Sophia and Henry, how old are you all? Let me know in the comments. After a year in business, Sebastian learned that sometimes there are hard days. Like when nobody buys your favorite sock design, even though you worked really hard on it. Or you trip over one of those pesky boxes in the living room and hurt your knee. Ugh, that's the worst. Or you run out of sock design ideas for a whole week. Hard times in business here. Being an entrepreneur, it's a tough life. But there are also great days that make up for all the rough times. Sebastian and Brandon have been on TV. See there. They've given lots of money to many charities. They partner with the American Cancer Society, Live Like Bella, Slam ALS, and Autism Speaks. And they once met a local hero at the fire department who made them honorary firefighters for all the good work they do. Insider knowledge is that they also got to ride in a helicopter, which they love to talk about. And they finally got their school to let them wear funky socks on special days. So that was a big one for them. They can wear it. It's against the uniform policy, but it's still okay to wear. Oh, my dummy book has fallen apart. Don't worry, just a small technical difficulty here. And we're back. Okay. Sebastian's business all began with a dream to make his own socks, and now people everywhere of all ages wear his wacky creations. With the help of his family, friends, and the community around him, he brought his dreams to life. This is one of my favorite spreads in the book. I really like this one. So Lee, great job. Oh yeah, oh, Sophia's 2 and Henry just turned 9. Awesome. I think Sebastian is 9 right now and Brandon is 11. So Henry, you're the same age as Sebastian is right now. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur kid, Sebastian has a special message for you. You're never too young or too old to start a business. You can be 5 or 70. Don't let anyone get in the way of your dreams. And now, it's your turn. What problems do you want to solve in the world? The end, or just the beginning. So that is Sebastian Creates a Sock Company, and every book, by the way, comes with an author's note where you can see real pictures of Sebastian and Brandon, their family. So this is Fabian, Sebastian, Brandon, and Rachel, and also they're really cool socks. So you can see that one with the stripes and the googly eyes. That's the googly eye design that you see featured throughout the book, and it's Sebastian's favorite sock. So I wanted to give it a special place. On the cover, for example, you see both boys are wearing the googly eye socks, and that is Sebastian Creates a Sock Company. So, do we have any questions in the audience? And also, I'll maybe see if I'll flip through and tell you a few details. So, these boys are from Miami, Florida, and this scene right here, where you have them at the shoe store, this is called Sesame Steps. It's the first store they ever sold in. Thanks, Jessica! Woohoo! It's called Sesame Steps, and this is actually another one of my favorite scenes because Lee drew it from actual photos. A lot of these, by the way, this scene, these are both drawn from photos that were submitted by the family, historical photos of them founding their company, as many of them were. And in case you didn't know, Lee, Dan, and myself, we all visited all the families, so we got to see where they live and work, and even down to the puppy is based on reality. One of the questions that I got about Sebastian and Brandon's book recently was they noticed that basketball was featured a few times. It's featured here in the very front of the book when it says that he wears his wacky socks to the basketball practice. And then there's the other scene where Brandon suggests that they play hoops after dinner because he's trying to cheer him up. Little known fact is that both of the boys are avid basketball players, and Fabian, their dad, was one of their basketball coaches. So actually, basketball is a pretty big deal in their lives, along with all the socks. Oh, and I should mention, the reason why Sebastian decided to create a sock company and loved designing socks so much was that he was known as the sock kid, and his grandma would actually buy him socks. She worked in retail, and she would bring those to him every day that she visited. So he had, I wish I had this photo with me, but he had hundreds of socks as a preschooler, and just stacks and stacks of socks. So when we got the historical photos of telling his life and the life of the company, there were just like him sitting on mounds of socks. So if you ever check out his site, by the way, you can go to areyoukidding.net. You can learn more about Sebastian and Brandon Martinez. And if you want to learn more about all 4 of the books, so we have Gabby's book, and we have Sebastian, Jason, and Rachel. You can go to entrepreneurkid.com, and the link to the Kickstarter is right there. And we've been sort of reading them out all, and the last one, sometime this weekend, Lee will be showing you a behind the scenes on how she created illustrations for Rachel Turns Her Passion to Business. And then next week, I will be reading Gabby Invents the Perfect Hair Bow. So that will be the last one for reading, and then Rachel and Gabby's and Sebastian's are all still ready to get the behind the scenes on the illustrations. So if you check out our Kickstarter with the updates tab, you'll find we're embedding all of these updates. Oh, thank you, Roberto. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Lucas. Oh, thank you. I really like that. And in case you didn't know, we are celebrating our 100 backers today. We have hit a really huge milestone, and we couldn't have done it without all 103 of you, because we hit 100 just a few hours ago, and we've had a few more backers since then. And we're at $8,117 out of our $18,000 goal, so we're just over 40%, and we have 20 days to go. So if you haven't backed and you're interested in this project and you want to see books for young kids about entrepreneurship, find us at entrepreneurkid.com and back us on Kickstarter. And with that, I will be around always to answer questions. And thank you so much for joining me. It has been a pleasure to read this book to you.